Y'all, there is so many different things that I want to talk about with Wendy Ortiz, y'all. Y'all know she did her little Twinathon thing. And you know what's so crazy is I really do feel like people this day and age, oh my gosh, they're so smart. Like if you really think about these live streamers and when they plan these events and things like this, because I saw a viral clip going around. And it's so funny because at first it fooled me, okay, until I read the comments. And I feel like a lot of people don't read the comments, by the way, but I'm just one of those people that I'm so damn nosy. When I'm watching a TikTok, I like listen to it while scrolling through the comments. Well, I guess there were like a group of them or whatever. And they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did this. And oh my gosh, that was so crazy, blah, blah. Like they made it seem like some drama had popped off. But it was like Wendy Ortiz, or I don't know who exactly orchestrated it, but it was obviously at the Twinathon, so I'm just thinking that it was Wendy Ortiz. She kind of orchestrated this whole entire thing to make it seem like, oh my gosh, something popped off, and there was some juicy drama that happened at the Twinathon, but then people were all commenting like, oh, she had said that she set this up or whatever, so people can clip farm it to obviously get clips and views of it to obviously drive more attention back into it. And this is what I always tell you guys, I'm like, low-key, I can never like, you know, hate on the game. Like I totally understand that these live streamers do things like this because it really does get people talking. And honestly, y'all, I think that was the biggest clip from her Twinathon. And I was like, oh my God, not her orchestrating this whole entire thing. Like low key, it's really smart to like do things like that because then obviously you get people wanting to watch and be like, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? Within today's video, there's quite a few different things that I want to talk about. Of course, the main one being that out of nowhere, Bhad Bhabie had commented on Wendy Ortiz's post. And y'all, I really want to have a conversation with you guys about Wendy Ortiz's reaction to this, okay? Because I think that I may have some controversial opinions about this, and I'm like, ooh, maybe I do have a little bit of a hot take on that because I don't know. Y'all know me, okay? I literally sit over here and I see all different sides of the story or whatever, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I would react like this. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, the very first thing that I want to talk about, if you guys don't recall, we have talked about this guy before, Zavala, up on my channel. He's like a really popular streamer now, and I think that he has over 1 million followers. And he had showed up to the Wendy Ortiz Twinathon, and okay, you know what, did I mention this before on a video? I don't remember if I did, so I do apologize if I'm repeating myself, but this fool has come out and said that he's bi, but low-key, I feel like he's literally doing it just to, like, be a troll, you know what I'm saying? Which, I gotta say, low-key, I find, like, a little bit annoying, like, fool, can't you think of anything to, like, joke about, or, like, you know what I mean, like, you know, get reactions about, like, he's been keeping this going for a long time, and I'm gonna keep it real with you guys, okay, maybe this is me and my old school mindset, maybe I'm, like, maybe I just hang out with a different group of gays. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you guys are going to see within this clip, okay, that while he was at the Twinathon, I don't know if she like rented a mansion. I don't know if this is at her house. I don't quite know exactly where the setting is of this, but I guess apparently there's some neighbors with some really big bushes. And he was like fake boxing the bushes, and then he jumped into the bushes. And you guys are going to see that I guess the neighbor obviously, and honestly, y'all, if it was my damn house too, like, them bushes, yeah, they could get costly, and obviously if you're like, you know, paying to maintain them and things like that, it's like, I would be pressed too if somebody just jumped into my bushes. I mean, I wouldn't be upset if it was my downstairs bush, you know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, y'all. My intrusive thoughts done kicked in. I was like, oh my gosh, that's inappropriate, y'all. We'll save that for the podcast channel, okay? Anyway, so I guess apparently like this neighbor had like called the cops or whatever, or said like, you're gonna have to pay $3,000 for it. I don't know if this is a skit or not. I don't know if he's being fake, but he did jump into the bushes, okay? And the whole thing of me even bringing up of like this fool being bi is because, does this make me narrow-minded? And y'all can be so far with me. Like, does this make me, I don't know, like, I guess maybe I'm just like old school. This is not bi behavior to me. Like, I have never seen a gay person, or I guess, you know what, honestly, I don't even know too many bi men, if I'm being so far with you guys. My first, like, fling, actually, he was a bi man, but he was, like, he's, like, really gay. Do you know what I mean? He was bi temporarily. He's, like, married to a man now. So I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm like, well, clearly you're only bi during that time. But anyways, y'all, what I'm saying is, maybe it's just the people that I associate with. Y'all know that I live here in Los Angeles, okay? So, I mean, they're in LA too, but I'm 35, he's like 22 to 23, do you know what I mean? Maybe I just don't know these type of like bi people or gay people, but I feel like this type of behavior adds on to more, because everyone's like, no, he's not even really bi, he's literally just doing that to troll, and I'm like, yeah, he's definitely doing that to troll, because like, why are you acting like that? Like, to me, I'm like, what are you doing jumping into a bush and fake boxing a bush? Like, to me, that's wild, okay? And honestly, if I was the neighbors, y'all can go ahead and call me a Karen. I don't give a shit, okay? If I had some big bushes and like somebody jump into them and ruin them, I'm gonna be pressed, okay? Like, I really am going to be pressed. Like, if you guys don't even recall, like, y'all remember all the damages that, like, Austin McBroom had made from him, like, riding around in a damn jet ski in his pool and it, like, ruining the people's, like, garden below? Like, I'm gonna be pressed over something like that. Like, absolutely, you're ruining somebody's property. So anyways, y'all, we're going to start this off by playing the clip for you guys, and you guys are going to see him, like, fake box the bush, jump into the bush, and then say that, like, apparently he has to pay $3,000 to get it fixed. Check it out.
How much are they charging you?
Guess how much yes, no. They are charging me $3,000 to fix that bush.
Okay, so yeah, that's a little bit wild to me. Honestly, can I be so fair with you guys? From what I have seen before of this guy Zavala, like, yeah, low-key, he is a little bit of an internet troll and he does kind of like outlandish things. That type of behavior gets on my nerves. I don't know why. Like, it just gets on my nerves. Like, y'all, when I was younger, I have not been able to stand this behavior ever since I was like 18, okay? There was one time that I had went out when I worked at Ralph's with a bunch of coworkers, and there was a straight guy there who felt the need to climb onto a street light sign, like the name of a street or whatever, but it was like a big one. So he like literally climbed up there and he jumped off and like literally like his shin like broke. I was like, what? Why were you even doing that? Like, to me, I am so sorry. People that do stupid shit like that, I'm like, you are so dumb. Like, you are just so immature. Like, grow up. Like, I'm like, I just don't get it. Like, I have never done shit like that. I'm like, I don't know. To me, it's like a huge like annoyance. Like, I'm just like, why are, like, ick, that's what I meant to say. That's a huge ick. I'm like, why are you fighting a bush? Why are you jumping into the bush? Like, it's just weird. Okay, I am so sorry, y'all. Anyways, that's just a little start of it right here. Y'all, I do want to go ahead and play a clip to where Wendy Ortiz was talking about Shotty Bay and she was calling her a lost girl. And I think, okay, maybe I am misreading the situation here. I think maybe that when she says lost girl, I think that she means that she's kind of like misunderstood. And you know what it is? I guess like at the end of the day, I feel like for so long there, like so many people, and y'all used to get pressed at me, which I'm like, I don't give a shit, okay? A lot of people really thought that like Shotty Bay, like, you know, was like all there and they hold her to a different standard. And I'm like, low key at the end of the day, like she is, you know, she's a little bit slow. And people got so pressed that, oh my God, it's so rude to call her slow. And I'm like, what else do I say about a person that like, y'all, I asked everybody, y'all know I went down this whole rabbit hole before I got pressed about this, that people were like calling me out of saying that it's rude to call Shotty Bay slow. And I'm like, well, y'all, she's a little bit slow. Y'all, I call my sister slow, which she is a little slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really not that deep. Like, there's just people who are just not all there and that's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times Shotty Bay does and says some things that she doesn't really realize. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all, when she's like super rude to fans, I don't think that she's like going out there like trying to be rude to fans. I think that she just genuinely didn't understand how she came across because she's a little slow. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying sometimes we should give a little grace. Sometimes we should give a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't hold her to a certain standards that we do that somebody else that is like, you know, I don't know. Look, okay, I've like tried so damn hard to walk on eggshells over here because I'm like, I don't want to be offensive. But like, if you guys have watched Shotty Bay before, and I've watched a lot of Shotty Bay because low-key, I feel like she's just low-key like hilarious, like very unintentionally hilarious. And I've watched a lot of her and I'm like, oh, like she's just a little slow. Which, can I tell you guys, like, for the people that commented out there, like, oh, calling somebody slow is offensive, like, do y'all not have siblings? Like, y'all, the way that my siblings and I have called each other slow forever, like, I'm like, it's really not that deep. I'm like, is slow now gonna become a very offensive word, like the R word? Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all, it's like somebody's a little slow. It's totally fine, y'all. Anyway, so I want to go to play this clip right here because check this out. Actually, she had said this about Shotty Bay, but then Shotty Bay ended up showing up and it seemed like Shotty Bay really liked Wendy. And I don't know if there was beef there before, but they seem to be on like good terms and they seem to be like really happy. But I do want to go ahead and play this clip so you guys can see this is what she was saying ahead of time. And I guess at the end of the day, maybe Shotty Bay is just a little misunderstood. Check this out.
I think she's just a lost girl.
I get a little confused though because sometimes it seems like she's found.
Like she's good now.
Yeah.
Like she's finally
like
touched grass.
Yeah.
But
like,
then
sometimes I'm just a little like.
Okay, I low-key love how the guy was like, I feel like she's like found now, because I do feel the same way. Y'all know, like in the beginning of the year, I want to say that I talked about Shotty Bay quite a bit because I was like, damn, why is she so rude to fans? But honestly, as I watched her more, and that's when I started to be like, oh, she's just a little slow, I don't think she realized how she came off. Like, honestly, y'all, I always say this to my parents. I feel like my sister is on the spectrum because my sister comes off so freaking rude to people, and she doesn't mean to be rude. Like, she really doesn't. Like, she just doesn't understand how she comes off. And that's why I'm like, oh, and I started like reading some signs of the spectrum or whatever. And I'm like, oh, like my sister's definitely on the spectrum. Like, for sure, like dead ass. I literally went over a list with my mom and I said, okay, I'm gonna read this to you and you let me know if my sister is like this. And I read it to her and she's like, yeah, uh-huh. Yeah, I'm like going down the I was like, yeah, she's on the spectrum. Like my sister to people and even like workers, like say for example, if she's going through Taco Bell, like, you know what really bothers me, okay? Going through a drive-through with her, like they'll be like, hi, how are you doing today? And she'll be like, can I get, I'm like, they asked how you're doing today. Like, say, I'm doing good. How are you? Like, damn. Like, but she just doesn't mean to. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, I feel like Shotty Bay was the same way, okay? And I really do feel like she just didn't understand how rude she came off to people. And I do feel like she is working on that. Honestly, I really do. Like, the clips that I've seen of her recently, I'm like, oh, okay. And hey, she may have a slip up every now and then. That's totally fine. You know, all of us do, okay? Y'all know that, like, my biggest thing in life is ever since my podcast ended, I said, okay, I got to learn, like, oh my gosh, don't be popping off on people. You know what I'm saying? However, sometimes it's hard. You know what I mean? Especially when, you know, sometimes you feel like you can't be vulnerable. So you just pop off on them instead of just saying like, oh my gosh, you really hurt me. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, I've really learned. Okay, by the way, though, it has been 1.5 years and I'm so proud of myself because I really have learned. And I feel like Shotty Bay is learning too. Anyways, y'all, there's one other thing before we talk about the Bhad Bhabie situation that I want to talk about. Is this offensive? Okay. Because I start to realize like, oh my God, me and my friends cannot be live streamers. I'll be canceled within 2 seconds because when I say me and all of my friends, well, except for one friend, Liz, if you're watching this, I'm talking about you. She's really, really sensitive. So she's like the only one that I will never roast because I've really realized with her, I'm like, oh, she's just way too sensitive. So I learned to be very cautious with what I say around her. But literally every single one of my other friends, and I do mean every single one of my other friends and family members, okay, we just roast each other. Like we just crack jokes on each other. And I'm like, y'all, if we were live streaming, I'm like, oh, we would be canceled within literally 2 minutes of a damn live stream. Well, I guess Benji had cracked a joke about getting a tattoo of a missing toe. And I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't really know the lore behind this, but people were commenting that, y'all, the way I'm so confused, I'm like, is it Wendy or Eve in the damn clip? I forgot, y'all. Y'all know, okay, I barely realized that they're twins. But I guess apparently one of them are missing a toe. So, like, he had, like, cracked a joke about getting a tattoo of a missing toe. And people were saying that's so rude of him. And I'm like, y'all, oh my God, like, do you guys not have friends? Like, y'all, we literally roast each other like that all the damn time too. Yeah, my friends are the ones that roast me the most about being bald and having the freaking forehead the size of Mount Baldy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, y'all, like, that's like friends. Like, when you feel comfortable with somebody, you just throw a little roast out there, okay? And I just feel like it's all in fun and games, and it's just kind of like, damn, like, it doesn't make him a bully. He's literally just cracking a joke. Anyway, so check out this clip right here.
Someone's I don't want to read it.
What is it? You already
It says, get a missing toe tatted. Sorry. You guys could attack me too.
That is not funny. Oh.
She makes a joke about it all the time, so.
That's not.
Oh, that's not.
Okay, so I had to watch that clip back right there, and my bad. I thought Benji had said it, but I guess apparently he was just reading a comment. And I guess Wendy or Eve, y'all, the way I'm like stuck on stupid, I'm like, wait, which one is that? Was a little bit bothered by it or whatever, but I guess apparently they crack jokes about that all the time. Everyone's like, oh, Benji's laughing a little too hard. I'm like, oh my God, y'all, people need to stop being so sensitive. Like, honestly, y'all, I really do feel like maybe I should start live streaming with my friends because people need to understand there are some groups of friends out there that just roast each other, okay? Like, that's just what we do, and we just, y'all, especially, like, I don't know, I feel like growing up within, like, Los Angeles, like, y'all, the most of us just, like, roast each other over here, okay? And that's just the way it is. Yes, I know there are some friend groups out there that are just so prim and proper and just, you know, so well put together that they will never crack a joke about their friend, but I'm like, y'all, most friend groups out there crack a joke to their friends, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, let's go ahead and roll on into this Bhad Bhabie situation right here, okay? Because I think I do have a controversial opinion about this. You guys are going to see within this clip, I guess apparently Bhad Bhabie had commented underneath Wendy Ortiz's post and said, cute. A lot of people are saying that Bhad Bhabie did this on purpose, obviously, because she knows that Wendy Ortiz has been really close with Alabama Barker recently. And a lot of people are like, oh, she's just doing this to be a little bit shady. But I'm like, low-key, maybe she actually likes Wendy too. We obviously don't know the motive here, but of course it is going to look you know, a little shady. And hey, maybe she is trying to stir the pot a little bit. Maybe low-key she's trying to start some beef with Wendy too, because she knows that's going to get millions of views. You know what I'm saying? So I do want to go ahead and play these clips that I like combined right here, so that way you guys can see. Combined? What the hell? Combined? Oh my god, y'all. I'm stuck on stupid over here. I'm like, is it combined or combined? Combined. Oh my gosh. So that way you guys can see how she was kind of reacting towards Bhad Bhabie commenting underneath her post. Check this out.
Actually, yeah, that's you. No, block delete. Yeah, but that's your account. That's your video. That's my video?
Yeah.
What? It's block deleted.
How you felt when Bhad Bhabie commented on you? What was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was, oh, cute. But then I remembered everything, and I remember the Twitch stream. And I understand people can be shy, but I took that 2 and 2 and 3 equals 7.
6, 7.
6, 7. That's what I thought.
Okay.
But I am a very, I'm a very strong believer that if your friend is beefing with someone, you cannot be friends with them. I think I'm a strong believer in that. And I don't care, that is not like, I don't care if it's immature or not, because I would not want Diego to be friends with Vale. The girl who kicked me.
Okay, so let's get into my controversial opinion there. So there you guys saw that she said, I feel like if your friend is beefing with somebody that you should not be friends with them. And low-key, I do agree. However, given the circumstances and we know the details of the beef between Alabama Barker and Bhad Bhabie, Alabama Barker was looking really shady, y'all. If you guys do not recall, she was laying up on top of Bhad Bhabie's man. She was being super shady when she was being questioned about it. She did lie to Bhad Bhabie. So I understand where Wendy Ortiz is coming from. And honestly, y'all, I'm going to be so fair with you guys. Like, I really do feel like if I had a friend, let's just say, you know, who was saying this about me or that about me and kind of like bashing me or whatever, I would not be comfortable with one of my good friends being friends with that person, because why are you comfortable being friends with that person? You know what I'm saying? However, given the circumstance, y'all, I really do feel like Alabama was more so in the wrong in that situation with Bhad Bhabie. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like Wendy Ortiz, obviously, because she is young, and I do feel like at that mindset, you're a little bit more cutthroat, and I feel like you're more so like, oh no, I need to have my friends back. And of course, obviously, as we know, Alabama just got her to meet Kylie Jenner, so I feel like she's like, oh damn, I need to have Alabama Barker's back to the fullest, which I could totally understand. However, I really do feel like if, you know, there was ever some situation to come up to where Bhad Bhabie and her were at the same party, I would hope that she wouldn't be like rude to her or like diss her or anything like that, because I'm like, y'all, at the end of the day, that beef between Alabama Barker and Wendy doesn't have anything to do, or sorry, Alabama Barker and Bhad Bhabie has nothing to do with Wendy. And that's where I'm just kind of like, y'all, and let's go ahead and keep it real here. Alabama was the one that was in the wrong. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it almost comes across as in like you're just defending Alabama's wrongdoing. And I don't know, I feel like in that certain situation, when Alabama was the one more so a little bit in the wrong, like I don't see it as being that big of a problem for Wendy to be friendly with her. Do you get what I'm saying? Or at least cordial, I should say. Maybe not friendly, but cordial with her, and just, I don't know. Maybe that's my little hot take right here, but I do feel like if Alabama and her were like really, really close friends, you know, before that and all that good stuff, then obviously I could understand the loyalty. However, Alabama was wrong in that situation. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm just kind of like, girl, it's not your place, I feel like. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like this day and age, I feel like if my friend did somebody completely wrong and then that other person and I just so happen to encounter each other, like I'm not going to be rude or like dismissive or whatever, because I know at the end of the day, my friend did wrong and my friend was the shady one. So you know what I'm saying? Anyways, y'all, that's my little hot take on it. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.